guys, D from the Omnic Post here. Welcome to the Omnic Recap, a video series that tackles this week's Overwatch news. What? It's news? Oh my god, guys. Jeff is back. Jeff, we missed you, man.
What's up, everyone? This is Jeff from the Overwatch team.
Damn. No, not the baby. Let's do this. This week, a wild Jeff appeared. And he didn't have a hero with him. He had nothing. Nothing! Well, that's not true. He had a developer update. In the short video, Jeff explained that they know that we kind of figured out this schedule. And that they are well aware of the fact that we're all waiting for Hero 31. Do you think Jeff saw our previous video? Do you think he's watching us? Jeff? Are you there? What? Oh, okay. So he jumped in to let us know that Hero 31 will be a little later. What? He did not tell us when this will be and why the hero got delayed, but he stated that it will be well worth the wait because Hero 31 is going to be awesome! Yeah! Could you imagine Jeff just walking in telling us that Hero 31 will be a little late and that he's kind of okay? He ain't the creepy hamster, but he has his thing. He has a car though. His car is totally awesome. Seriously, dude, his car is off the charts. No, his car's not in the game. I don't know, I'm just sharing. Never mind. Jeff did confirm that this will be another male hero, which helps us to rule out some of the rumors that have been floating around. So we won't see a Junker Queen or a Mama Hong. Mama Hong. Bye, brother. And no demon. That last one gained a little traction in the last few weeks. I did see a PTR screenshot showing the Busan garage where Demon's mech, that's an awesome name, was missing. The screenshot was kind of hard to verify since PTR was down, so who knows? Might have been fake. Now, what's going on that we get this hero a little later than expected? I see a lot of news sources framing it as the hero being postponed, but in my opinion, they kind of always planned it this way. Jeff had already mentioned a few weeks ago that we would see a new release schedule this summer. But that could also have just been about the summer games, which we'll discuss in a minute. But what does this mean for Hero 31? Will we see the release a week later? Maybe 2 weeks later? Maybe after the summer games? Maybe in 2020? Only time will tell. Maybe I was right in my video of last week and the hero will be tied in directly to the summer games. So we'll kind of see them being released together. Talking about the summer games, while we have to wait a little longer for that next hero, the summer games will actually be a little sooner than in previous years. Usually the summer games start somewhere around the first week of August. First year was August 2nd, the next year was August 6th, and last year we got them at August 9th. But according to Jeff, we'll see them a lot earlier this year. When that earlier is still very unclear. But since we're already halfway through July, I don't think they're that far off anymore. Maybe next week or the week after that, the latest. The big question, of course, is why? And for now, the only answer I can think of is why not? Maybe Jeff has a big holiday planned and he wants everything out before he leaves. Or maybe Michael Chu has a brand new swimsuit that he wants to show off. A swimsuit? Ah, yeah. Have you seen his swimsuit? Or they want to clear the schedule for that big sprint towards BlizzCon. Overwatch 2! The release date is not the only thing that is changing. Jeff announced that they're adding mini events to the summer games. Every week we'll get a different challenge. Every week. Different challenge. Every week. Different challenge. Every week. Different challenge. Much like the Baptiste reunion challenge that we got a few weeks ago. That will allow the players to unlock a specific epic skin. On one hand, I'm totally in with the idea of rewarding players with an actual skin for playing the game, instead of giving them the chance to pull it out of a random loot box. Because with the rate at which I've been getting freaking skins out of those freaking loot boxes, I'll soon be running around naked on the objective. And trust me, you don't want to see a naked soldier. Or a naked creepy hamster for that matter. So having a clear goal to work for is perfectly okay. But on the other hand, I'm kind of disappointed that the rewards are just epic skins. Come on. I wouldn't mind playing a few extra games to actually unlock a legendary. How about you guys? Anyways, I'm very curious to see what skins we'll be getting in these challenges, and what the impact will be on the loot tables of the normal event. Are we getting less loot box skins? Or are they on top of those? Well, now when the topic of the summer game arises, I get a lot of messages with questions about Lucio Ball. We can expect Lucio Ball to return to the game, including the competitive version. And most likely we'll also get a new arena. But I don't see them changing a whole lot more. Yes, don't change that. No, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Adding the challenges might actually be the big change this year. And most likely we'll also see them doing this in the other events later this year, like Halloween and Winter Wonderland. But all of that will become pretty clear once the event actually launches. During his developer update, Jeff also touched on a few new features. For one, they'll continue working on the subtitles. But the bigger thing was the measures they're going to take against cheaters. We've all been there, facing that Widowmaker that seems to find you the moment you poke your head around the corner. There are some good Widowmaker players out there, but late, when I'm standing behind you, hidden in a tight little doorway, and the moment I poke out my little toe, you snap around and you shoot me in the face, you're cheating. Well, or I get really suspicious. I trust Blizzard to pick up these instances and act accordingly. Set the Widow on fire. And that's what they plan on doing. While Jeff did not elaborate on the actual cheat detection, but he did state that the games where they detect cheating will automatically and immediately be shut down. Players in both teams in those games will not suffer SR loss or any other negative consequences. Like a sore neck, bloated, feeling excessive, kicking, bleeding out of your eyeballs. The cheaters, on the other hand, Blizzard will be taking, and I quote, very harsh actions against these players. They'll unfriend them. But seriously, that sounds like they're going to flail them. Or set them on fire. Which is well deserved. A lot of players seem to be worried about false positives. Those are instances where players are flagged as cheaters while they're not actually cheating. And that's why a good cheating detection system is critical. Blizzard is well aware if they're going to take these kind of steps against players that they need to be really sure that this player is acting against the user policy. That this player is cheating, which is not easy. Cheaters can be very creative in finding ways to avoid being detected. And on the other hand, the game can be really wonky and end up flagging the wrong players. Still, it's a step forward. Now, I see what you're thinking. I feel like having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. No? Oh. Why can't they make a similar system for disconnecting players? Oh yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense. Damn it, now I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. To be honest, I think it's easier to detect a cheater than it is to verify if a user disconnected because of a technical issue or on purpose. Like I said, cheaters are smart little If you give them the tiniest window that allows them to leave a match that they're losing without being punished, they'll just pull out the cord. They'll just break a power outage. A random disconnect sucks, and it can happen to everyone, but you'll just have to live with the fact that Blizzard will slap us on the wrists. Live with it! Another topic that has been fueling a lot of discussions this week are smurfs. No, not the blue little man that only allowed the guy with the red pants to grow a beard. I would be such a bad smurf. I don't have red pants. Smurfs are actually players that create a second, a third, a fourth, a sixth, a 12th account. You need help. And there are different kind of smurfs. There are those that call it an alt account and basically enjoy a fresh start, or they have a strategy where they play only support on one account and then only tanks on the other account, which makes sense. Or there are the players that think that their matchmaking rating is broken and they want to prove it with another account. But that's not always the case. But hey. But then you have those people that are bored on the higher level and that keep their matchmaking rating artificially low by throwing games. Which is of course a huge issue for their teammates. And when they actually stop throwing, they are a major nuisance for the enemy team. They might be having fun, but nobody else is. And those guys are the issue. The community seems to think that there are a lot of these smurfs out there. And they propose to solve this by raising the level at which you can start playing comp to at least 75. Some of them even talk about raising it to level 100. And they accuse Blizzard of not doing that because Blizzard would rather have the $25 for every of these Smurf accounts. I just think it's not that easy for them to detect which accounts are actually Smurf accounts. And that the issue is actually not as prevalent as we think it is. If there was a conclusive way of figuring out how many Smurf accounts there actually are, we might be very surprised about how low that number actually is. See, when we lose a game, we actually start looking for excuses. And we never start with ourselves, we always start looking around. And the first thing we think of are of course cheaters, and the next things are smurfs. That's a lot easier than just admitting that you were watching funny YouTube videos during the whole game. Just like this one. But there definitely are smurfs out there. And Blizzard has stated that they don't really mind these smurfs, because the Overwatch MMR system is pretty quick on bringing these smurf accounts to the proper MMR rating. Because the Overwatch MMR system is pretty quick on bringing these players to the appropriate level. Those that try to stay at a lower level artificially are just abusing this system. And they can be thrown on the same pile as the cheaters. And they can burn. Anyways, raising the level at which you can start playing comp will not fix the issue. For full disclosure, I do have two accounts. One private account for my alone time, and one on which I play during the stream so I can add my lovely followers as friends. Twitch.tv/. I don't plan to talk too much about esports in these videos. You can do that in other videos on other places. But this is an interesting piece of news. Back in May, Natan Answers stepped down as commissioner for the Overwatch League, which has been a bit of a bombshell, because the Overwatch League has always been his little baby. It turned out he was joining Epic to help them out to make an esport out of Fortnite and the Rocket League. So a lot of people felt it was a money thing. Epic has a lot of moolah these days, making it rain. Others suspected that his relation with Activision Blizzard was the issue. And with Pete Vlastilika in particular. Pete is the CEO and president of Activision Blizzard Esports League. According to some sources, his approach of the whole esports story did not match with that of Natan Answers' team. Now, these are just rumors. Take them for what they are. And it turns out that Natan Answer will be replaced by none other than Pete V. Like I said, we don't know what's going on there. But it kind of worries me when someone takes on the job of commissioner on top of their other job. But hey, on the other hand, I have two jobs. Sleep is overrated. I'm curious to see how this new management will handle Season 3. That's it for today! And that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see all of my future videos, all of them, make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you get notified when I upload a new video, right? If you want the latest updates on Overwatch, follow the Omnic post on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can find me on all these different platforms as AtomiixTV. Links are in the description. Thanks again for watching, guys. Until next time, bye-bye.